Hi, today we're going to be working on a 5-beat reverse weave. So, things you're going to want to know before starting this are your reverse 3-beat weave. You're going to want to know your forward 3-beat weave just because you're going to need it to learn your forward 5-beat weave, which I guess isn't necessarily essential to learning this move, but most people work on the 5-beat in forward first because when you're spinning in reverse spin, it's a little daunting because you're spinning right at your face, and if you would happen to mess up, which you probably will, it might go towards your face. So it's just a little more daunting. But once you move beyond the fact that you might hit yourself in the face, then you'll probably be alright. Just learn to kind of dodge to the side and that sort of thing. So, in a regular 3-beat weave, when you cross over to a new side, the first hand to cross to the new side is going to be going to its opposite side. So when I go left, my right hand goes first. When I go to the right, my left hand goes first. And that's true for forward or reverse. So, the difference with 5-beat weaves is you're adding an extra rotation for each string. So, on each side. So, when you're going to the new side with the 5-beat, the hand going to the new side first is going to be going to its side. So when I go to the right, my right hand goes first. When I go to the left, my left hand goes first. And I wouldn't worry so much about trying to count how many beats you're doing on each side. Once you figure out the hand motions, you'll have it down, and it just has a different feel. You can kind of, in your mind, kind of count how many beats it does as a quick. I don't really count the actual number, I just know kind of how long it takes. So, the thing that helped me when I learned this, when I'm putting the extra rotation on, is for the forward, I would put my wrists bottom to bottom together to get that extra twist. And for the reverse, I'd put them back to back. And that just kind of helped me get over to the other side and make sure that I was crossing with the other hand. In actuality now, I don't use that, but it was helpful when I started learning it, so maybe it'll be helpful for you. My advice on this is to work on one side, getting the extra twist first, and then just come back in a 3-beat weave. This is your 4-beat weave. It doesn't matter which side you do it on, whichever one works easier for you. For me it was my right, and just play around with it and figure out which one is easiest. Work on getting that down. Once you figure it out on one side, then the other side is going to be that much easier. Some key things to worry about with this one are when you're doing that extra twist and ready to come back, what I do is when I come around, I just kind of pull it across. Pull it across, pull it across. Especially for 5-beat more so than the 3-beat, you're going to have to make this sort of a quick, swift motion. You don't want it to be too fast and frantic, but it's going to have to be fast enough that your other hand isn't going to tangle in that meantime, and this hand that's coming over first isn't going to smack you in the face. So, somewhere in between when it goes from the bottom to where it gets around to about here or towards your face, you're going to have to be switched over to the other side. And not just over to here. You want to be past this line of your arm and shoulder. So, when you're doing it, you start off on one side, and you go to the other side. Notice how I'm going way beyond my body. You can do it a little closer once you figure it out, but actually this is how I feel comfortable doing it most of the time. So it's pretty far away from my body. So you're crossing pretty far over. But you pull it over each time, come around in, and try doing it slowly. Poi is going to work better because you can do more slow movements. You don't have to be all fast and frantic about it because it's going to be more painful in the end, and it's not going to help you learn any better. But the one thing that will have to be sort of fast is that transition when you cross over. Remember again, when you're crossing to the left from the right, it's going to be your left hand crossing first while it's twisted under. And from the left to the right, it's going to be your right hand crossing over first. And the hand motions of this are going to be something like this. Your hands are going to twist up on each side, cross, and then untwist. And when they're crossing over, they stay kind of stationary. You just kind of push it across, like I said. So that's basically what you need to know. So I guess keep working on it. Just be really patient with it and practice a lot, and you'll get there.